Hello, hi, namaste. This is Surabhi, a master teacher of chemistry at Vedanta. Welcome to the Sprint Ion series. Yes, the last session of Sprint Ion series for Class 10 CBSE Pre-Boards 2021. But after this, we will be coming up with the Sprint Ion series for Class 9 and ICSE Class 10 as well. Periodic classification of elements part 2, the last session. So what did we discuss in the last session, that was yesterday? Early attempts of classification done, Mendeleev's periodic table done, limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table done, modern periodic table done. Yes, so what will we be discussing today? So these are the topics. Again, modern periodic table, the position of elements, periodic properties, and the variations or the trends in periodic properties. We are here already, so but still this is the schedule. If you have not watched it, we have a separate playlist for Sprint Ion series. You can watch it and practice those questions. And again, please do subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, and like this video, share this with your friends, and click on the bell icon, so whenever I am live or whenever we are premiering the videos, you will get to know and you can watch it and learn something. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Christopher Robin. Yes, I agree with this. So because we all I don't think we are capable of seeing our own capacity, right? So even when other people are like saying, no, Surabhi, you can do it, we're like, no, we do not believe in us to that extent. So we need that push, I guess. But I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to know that you're very strong, you're smart, and the strength and the smartness is not only about the marks, scoring well, or getting the first position in the sports and all that. It's about what kind of human being are you, like how do you handle the situations and all that. So I really believe that you all are brave and smart and kind. So question number 1. Okay, for the given question, 2 statements are given, one labeled assertion and the other one reason. Select the correct option to the question as given below. So what is the statement? Potassium has a bigger atomic radius than lithium. The reason is atomic radius decreases along a period. So this is 1 marker question here. So you will get 2-3 minutes, but sprint time is only 1 minute. So let's get started. People, potassium has a bigger atomic radius. First, always look at the first statement. Yes, it is true. Right, because in the group lithium is here and sodium के बाद potassium है, and we know as you go down the group the atomic size or the radius increases. So lithium का size is, the atomic radius is smaller than that of potassium, or the potassium has a bigger atomic radius than lithium. Yes, A is right, it is true. Now let's look at B. Atomic radius decreases along a period. Atomic radius decreases along a period. Yes, it is also true. But the thing is, you have 4 different options. A is true but R is false. No, because both are true. A is false but R is true. No. So both A and R are true. But the question now is R the correct explanation of A? So lithium and potassium are in the same group, not in the same period. But here the reason is like atomic radius decreases along a period. But if the reason was atomic radius increases down the group, so R would have been right. So what will be the answer? Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So option B will be the right one, because R is the correct explanation. No. Okay? Good. Next question is, arrange the following elements in increasing order of their metallic character. So before that, you should know to which period, to which group these elements belong to. So let's just write it down. Okay? We know, right? Magnesium, calcium, potassium. That's how it is. Okay? Now, I know the metallic character decreases along a period, increases down the group. Okay, and they have asked us to arrange the elements in the increasing order. So first, always go with the least metallic, gallium. Now you might be confused, magnesium या calcium. See, the metallic character increases down the group. So obviously it will be magnesium, then calcium, uske baad hoga potassium. So this will be the the order of the elements. Okay, so germanium, gallium, that is potassium is most metallic, whereas germanium is the least metallic. So you might get confused because okay, these four elements are in the same group or the period, I'm sorry, but magnesium is in the same group but not the same period. So there you should compare magnesium and calcium ka metallic character and then answer. So we know the metallic character increases down the group. So obviously calcium is more metallic than magnesium. So you have to place magnesium before calcium, that too when you are writing increasing order, and the sign is very important, lesser than you should use. It is 2 marks, you know how important it is, right? So always write down the position of the element so that you will know, because we all have learned the variation of the periodic properties. We know the general variations. Okay, so what happens to the atomic size along the period, along the group and all that. So when you have written down the elements, okay, it belongs to this group, this period, now you will know. So what is happening to a certain character across the period down the group, then it will be very easy for you to answer those questions. So we all know metallic character increases down the group and decreases along the period. So this will be the right order. Done? So wanna join us, gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks? Yes, then visit the link in the description box and in the pinned comment use the coupon code SURPRO for unlimited knowledge and nice marks. So you can attend unlimited live classes, so obviously you will be getting nice knowledge. There will be in-class doubt solving, you will get the handwritten notes, what else, assignments will be shared with you, tests will be conducted regularly, you will get the performance report. What more you want, people? Yes, head to the link and use the coupon code SURPRO. So more number of classes you take, lesser the price you need to pay. The next question is, okay, so we have lots of sub questions here. So total marks 3 hai. Let's see. An element X, atomic number hai 17. Just write down the electronic configuration. Yes, write it down. 287. Ho gaya. Okay. Reacts with an element Y whose atomic number is 20. Okay, I'm gonna write down it's. So now you know the elements, right? Atomic number 17, 20. Think. Where in the periodic table are elements X and Y are placed? Okay, that's the first question. Classify X and Y as metals, non-metals, metalloids. What will be the nature of the oxide of element Y? Identify the nature of bonding in the compound formed. Draw the electron dot structure of the divalent halide. Okay. So 17, 287. So this is chlorine, right? This is calcium. So the first question is, where in the periodic table are the elements X and Y placed? So how can you identify the position of the elements? We know, right? So they have given you the atomic number. We have written down the electronic configurations of those elements. So 287, how many shells are there? 3. That means it belongs to third period. Now what about the group number? How will you know? You know the valence electron. 7 hai valence electron. So it will belong to 17th group, not 7th group. Okay, we know, right? You have to add 10 to it if the number of valence electron is more than 2. Now, so this 17, it belongs to the third period and 17th group, and the element 20 with atomic number, the element Y with atomic number 20, it has 4 shells. Okay, that means it belongs to the fourth period, and atomic number and the valence electron, its outermost shell is basically 2. So it belongs to second group. So Y belongs to fourth period and second group. The element X belongs to third period and 17th group. So we have answered the first question. B is, classify X and Y as metals, non-metal, metalloids. So we know, right, when you look at the valence electron, so roughly I'll just write the periodic table. This is how it looks like. You will find the non-metals here. So where there the number of valence electron is like 3, 4, 5. So here this element Y valence electron is like it has 2 valence electron, and the 17, the element X, has 7 valence electron. So obviously X is a non-metal, Y is a metal. See, always here you will find the metalloids, children. Okay, so we have answered this B question as well. What will be the nature of the oxide of element Y? Identify the nature of the bonding in the compound formed. So first is, what will be the nature of oxide of Y? So we know Y is a metal, है ना? So Ca plus 2 है and O minus 2, CaO is the oxide formed. So metal oxides are basic in nature, right? So what will be the nature of the oxide of the element Y? It will be basic in nature. Identify the nature of the bonding. So what kind of bonding is this? See, आपके पास ना Ca2 plus O minus 2. So what is happening here? So calcium, okay, it is giving 2 electrons to oxygen, which has only 6 electrons in its valence shell. So once calcium loses 2 electrons, the both will become stable, because both will have the octet electronic configuration. So this is, identify the nature of the bonding is basically ionic. This is also, XY is also ionic. Okay. The last one is, draw the electron dot structure of the divalent halide. So this is the divalent halide, है ना? So how will you write it? I just need some space. Can I write it here? Will you be able to see? Okay. See, children, you have calcium. I'll just write its electronic configuration, and I'll write the 2 valence electron. And you have chlorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this calcium will transfer 1 electron each to 2 chlorine atoms, and that is how calcium chloride will be formed. So we have answered that question as well. Draw the electron dot structure. So what you have to do is, this is how you will show the electron dot structure. So 2 electrons, I just write the valence electron, that would be enough, and I'm showing the transfer of electron. We have answered all the questions, right? C, done. What will be the nature? Yes, we have already done it. Ionic hoga, yes. So calcium chloride, and the electron dot structure, yes, we have written. Done, done, done. Okay, the next question. Okay, how many sub questions do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No, these are the statements. Electropositive nature of the elements increases down the group and decreases across the period. Yes. Electronegativity of the element decreases down the group and increases across the period. Atomic size increases down the group and decreases across the period, that is left to right. Metallic character increases down the group and decreases across the period. Okay. On the basis of the above trends of the periodic table, answer the following about the elements with atomic number 3 to 9. Okay, so these are the statements they have given. Now what you have to do is, they have given a set of questions, that is, name the most electropositive element, name the most electronegative element, name of the element with the smallest atomic size, name the element which is a metalloid. Okay, dokie. So first 3 to 9, let's write down the names. ठीक है, 3 होगा हमारा lithium, 4 is beryllium, 5 boron, 6 carbon, 7 nitrogen, 8 oxygen, 9 fluorine. 3 to 9 I have written. Okay. Now we'll answer the first. Name the most electropositive element among them. So if you look at them, so they belong to, like, you have lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Right? So they belong to the same period. So how does the electropositivity vary across the period? So it decreases. So obviously lithium will be the most electropositive element. I'll write lithium. Done. Name the most electronegative element. So how does this electronegativity vary across the period? So it increases across the period. So along the period, so obviously the fluorine will have the highest electronegativity. Name of the element with the smallest atomic size. See, don't get confused here. So when you go across the period, the atomic size decreases. So which one will have the smallest atomic size? Again, it will be fluorine. Name the element which is a metalloid. So boron is a metalloid, right? Yes. So first always write the metals, the elements. Okay, 3 to 9. They might ask you a different set of elements also. So but anyway, they will ask you within atomic number 20. Don't worry about it. So 1 to 20 though you know, right? Their atomic number and the properties. Very good. The last question is, name the element which shows maximum valency. If we have to write its valency, so I'll just write it and show it to you. Lithium का होगा 2 1, so its valency is 1. Beryllium is 2, boron is 3, carbon होगा 4, nitrogen होगा again 3, oxygen होगा 2, fluorine will be 1. So if you see, carbon has the maximum valency. So for this E question, carbon is the answer. Got it everyone? Understood? Most electropositive element will be lithium. Most electronegative is fluorine. Element with the smallest atomic size, again fluorine. Metalloid element is boron. How is possible? How is possible valency? Okay, that's the answer. Okay, we are done with question number 5. The last question is, how is possible valency of an element determined from the electronic configuration of its atom? Determine the valency of an element X whose atomic number is 15. Okay. So the thing is, they are asking us, how do you identify the valency of an element if you know its electronic configuration? Easy peasy thing. For example, the outermost shell में जो भी electrons है, they are called as valence electrons. We know that, right? So if the number of valence electrons is from 1 to 4, the valency will be equal to the number of valence electrons. So the number of valence electron and the valency will be same. Okay. When? If the number of valence electrons are from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If or 4 onwards, if the number of valence electron present is greater than 4, then what you have to do, you need to subtract the number of valence electrons from 8. 8 minus valence electron. So the number which you get will be the valency. So this is how we determine the valency from the electronic configuration. So valence electron, let me repeat it again, 1 to 4 hoga, then the valency will be same as that of the valence electrons. 4 onwards, so or when the number of valence electrons is greater than 4, what you have to do, you need to subtract the number of valence electrons from 8, you will get the valency. So always the valency hoga 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4 is the maximum. The last question is, determine the valency of an element X whose atomic number is 15. They have given us the atomic number as well. Okay, 15. Let me write down its electronic configuration 285. Sahi hai na? 8 plus 2 10 hoga plus 5. Now we know the valence electron have 5. So what should I do? 1 to 4 hoga to I would have written 5 as the valency. No. So what I'll do, 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So the element X whose atomic number is 15, its valency will be 3. So that is it people. Early attempts of classification, Mendeleev's periodic table, limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table, modern periodic table and its features, the position of elements, the valency, periodic properties, trends in the periodic properties. We have covered everything and have discussed the very important questions. So your homework question will be, so I want you to write the characteristic or the property of this element which has the electronic configuration 283. What about its whether it is a metal or a metalloid or a non-metal? So is it electropositive in nature or electronegative in nature? So I'm not telling you the element name. So I have just given you the electronic configuration 283. So I want you to write down the characteristics of this particular element. So how does the properties vary? So if you know the position of this particular element, you can write the properties, right? So all the best, solve it and let me know in the comment section. So current session, periodic classification of elements part 2 done, and the previous is periodic classification of elements part 1, and we are done with the sprint ion for CBSE class 10 pre-boards. Thank you so much. This was our 9th session, right? Or 8th, 9th hoga, yeah, 9th. So thank you so much for all the support, and others also, 9th and ICSE class 10. We will come up with sprint ion series for you as well very soon. Thank you so much, and if you are for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and do not forget to click on the bell icon too. If you have any doubts, feel free to reach out to me at surabhi.r@vedanta.com, and homework question answer, write it in the comment section. Bye bye, take care, thank you so much.